what are the things that you're doing that you're enjoying most with your time away from school without having all the obligations that you normally have?
Me personally, I've experienced new things. One of them is writing. I haven't been doing it lately because it's been more of like a chore more than something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a good way to reflect on your day. And sometimes it's nice to see what you did throughout the day, 'cause, like, you appreciate like what you did more, or even like may make it seem interesting than it actually was in some cases. So yeah.
That's awesome. So you're pretty much you're writing about kind of like like the day that you had, what you've done.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a journal basically.
Oh, nice. Well, this will be really interesting in 20 years when you're telling your grandchildren what it
Yeah,
was like during COVID.
yeah.
I haven't really been doing anything like to add, but I've been spending a lot of time with my family and like playing games with my siblings and stuff, just like not being on electronics and more so just being together as a family. And that's been helping. I don't know.
Good. Are there any new things that you guys are doing?
No, just different things, I guess. We're just trying to like not like just be more together and not like fight and just be like not really worried about what's going on and more so just like having fun together. So yeah.
What about you, Grayson?
Like playing video games. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Like playing on my computer. Like, after I'm done doing my e-learning. Homework.
That's cool. Same with Jocelyn.
and spending time with my family. And playing outside with my brother and playing basketball.
Oh, that's awesome. What do you think, Olivia? What do you think is the hardest part of being home all the time?
Bad. I don't know. I guess it's just like, I don't know.
She's talking.
It's
Say hi to you know, Isabel. Put it up with me.
It's weird like being able to see my friends, because I'm used to like seeing them every day, and also like I don't know, I'm so used to like team and like seeing my team like once or 2 to 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just weird, and I'm always with Izzy, so sometimes it's like siblings, like we're already together with each other enough, so like constantly being with Izzy sometimes it's like, yeah, Izzy and I butt heads sometimes.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
So how are you handling it with not seeing your friends as much? Well, at all.
I don't know. Like I feel like I usually call them. We usually like do like on Facebook Messenger we like call each other like FaceTime or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself doing that more often?
Yeah, way more than I would before. Because, I would see them during the school day all day. And so, like, after school, like, I mean, sometimes I would text them. But, like, now that I don't see them at all, now I'm, like, I guess, like, using that time to talk to them. Yeah.
It's been kind of weird. So it's been nice. Like it's weird not seeing everyone, but it's a nice way to like, kind of lay back, and the pressure of like something taken away. And like even the fact that if you don't do something, the fact that you don't feel like you're being left out of any. Like if you're on social media all the time, you're different things that people are doing. And I don't know about any of you, but sometimes I just feel left out. Like why was for that, or why am I not? Why am I, by myself, family, when other people get to be with my friends, or get to be with their friends rather. So yeah, now it's like even like going back to normal, just like the concept of like just getting right back into everything and going 100 miles an hour.
So I have kind of a tough question. So it's how are you handling any like negative feelings of being isolated?
Like not seeing your friends.
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest thing or something.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Like when you start to feel sad about that, Grayson, what are you doing?
Like you don't see them that often.
So what do you do to make yourself feel better? Is there something that you're doing that makes you feel better when you start feeling isolated? How about any?
No.
No.
Well, for me, I had this issue before quarantine. Like, when I started at MCC, I only had like two times where I was going to school, and then the rest of the times I was home. I was going to work, and so a lot of the time I felt really isolated because I didn't have the same people I was hanging out with every day at high school, and I only got to see people at youth group one time, twice a week. So that's kind of rough, and that was already like really hard for me because I was isolated from a lot of people, and so I feel like it's been a little bit easier for me to cope with it this time. But for me, I kind of find we're doing something like creative, or just even keeping my mind occupied. Like even doing schoolwork keeps me occupied from like thinking too much about being isolated and being away from people that I care about. So yeah, I've just been really trying to focus on things other than like the fact that things aren't the best, So try to like distract. Yeah.
For me, like I'm in a philosophy leadership class at school, and one of the things that my teacher said is that it's 10%, like 10% of something is like what you 10% is the situation, but 90% is how you react to that situation.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way we're reacting to it is really positive, and we're trying to like connect with as many people as we can. And for me, like I'm just trying to reach out to like as many people like I haven't talked to in a while, and like just my closer friends, just to like keep that connection going because of how long this is gonna take for it to go away. So yeah.
Good. That actually is kind of brings me to the last question that I had is, what would you like to try or do more of now that you don't have all these extra obligations? I think like reaching out to people more on a level.
I've kind of been doing this, but just find more activities that I can do with my family, because my family is like very diverse, and there are not a lot of things that are like that are the same. So one of the things, thanks to youth group, I actually know how to play spoons now. So that's one of the things we've been doing this past few days. Is playing spoons very intense, especially
spoons, yes.
with my mom in there and my sister, my brother. Yeah, the whole house knows we're playing at least. So yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Fun.
Spoons. That's a suggestion. That's a good suggestion for everyone. Play spoons. What about Sabrina? What's something that you'd like to try or do more of while we have the time?
We already like play family games a lot, so we've just been doing that like an extra lot. So
awesome. And what about Claudia?
For me, I've like if I'm not on my phone or anything, I like to like learn new things on the guitar.
What about Caitlin?
I would like to draw more.
Yes, please. And Izzy, did you have? Hi, Izzy.
I play PS4 with Olivia.
Nice. Good old sister time.
And and our whole family watch a lot of movies. Too many.
You do too, but never too many. Awesome. What about Jacob? We haven't heard from Jacob. What is something that you'd like to do? More praying time. Oh, you, Jacob, head of the class. So, oh, your mic doesn't work. Okay, gotcha. Very cool. And then, oh, Emma, I didn't see that you joined either. All right. So, to take us out, Emma, what would you like to try or do more of since you've got all this extra time?
I think what I've been doing more of is I've been doing a lot of reading. I've gotten like back into that since I don't know if it's school. And then just taking the time to like do the stuff that I enjoy doing, like getting some writing done and some being creative and stuff. So it's a lot of that.
Awesome. Very cool. So everybody is making use of your time. I think these are give everybody some good ideas too of what can be done. Say hello, Holy Apostles folks.
Hi, Holy Apostles.
Hello.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.